Good morning, children. Welcome back to our grade 4 computer science online class. Today we are going to revise the first lesson. Okay, ma? That means we are going to revise the data storage and memory because you are going to write the first midterm test, isn't it? During this month of third week, isn't it? So we can revise the lesson. Okay, ma? Lesson 1, data storage and memory. Data storage and memory. So under this topic, under this lesson, we learned some topic. Now what are the topic we learned? Data and information, then data storage unit, then types of computer memory, isn't it? So under the types of computer memory, how many types of memories are there? Computer memory? Yes, 3 types. What are they? Primary memory, read-only memory and secondary memory, isn't it? So we learned about primary memory, secondary memory and read-only memory and some examples of secondary memory also, isn't it, ma? So we can learn one by one topic, okay, because I have taken some inside question also. So if I teach you like this means it will be easy to understand and you can write the test easily, okay, ma? So listen, under the first topic, data and information. What is data? Yes, data is the given as input to the computer. Okay, so data is given as input to the computer. Then what is information? Information is output we get from the computer system. Okay, so data is we will give as an input to the computer. Information is we will get output from the computer. Okay, have you understood what is data and information? Data is giving as an input to the computer. Information means we will get as output from the computer. Okay. Then second topic we have data storage unit. Data storage unit. Okay. So listen, ma. Computer works with only 2 digits, that is 0 and 1. So computer is working under the 2 digits. Only 2 digits. That is what, ma? What are 2 digits? 0 and 1. And this 0 and 1 is called as binary digits. Okay. Computer works with the only 2 digits, that is 0 and 1. These 2 digits are called as binary digits. Okay. This 2 that is 0 and 1 is called as binary digits. Okay. Bit is the smallest unit of data. Bit is the smallest unit of data. Okay. So by using the bit we can able to measure the storage capacity. Okay. So which is the smallest unit of data? Yes, bit is the smallest unit of data. The next one, if 8 bit together, okay, 8 bit together, it will form as what, ma? 1 byte. I understood? 8 bit. Okay, if you have 8 bit, we can call that it as 1 byte. 1 byte, otherwise capital letter B. Okay, it is denoted by what letter, ma? Capital letter B. Okay, byte we can denote it by the letter capital B. See once again, 8 bit togetherly, it will form 1 byte. B-Y-T, byte. Otherwise we can say byte as capital B. Okay, have you understood this? Then next, 1024 byte, it will make a 1 kilobyte. Okay, 1024 byte will make it as 1 kilobyte. That we can denote by KB, kilobyte. Okay, KB. Likewise, 1024 kilobyte. Okay, 1024 kilobyte together it will form as 1 megabyte. 1 megabyte, that is MB. Okay. The next one, 1024 megabyte together it will form as 1 gigabyte. 1 gigabyte. We will call it as GB. Okay. 1 GB. Next, 1024 GB. Okay. That is gigabyte. Okay. 1024 GB together it will form as 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. TB. Okay. Next one, 1024 TB. Terabyte, it will forms 1 petabyte. 1 petabyte, that is PB. Okay, petabyte means PB. Have you understood this? Bit is the smallest unit of data to measure the computer storage. Okay, and 8 bit it will form as 1 byte. Next, you know, isn't it, ma? Don't forget this number. Okay, that is 1024. Okay, so next topic, we learned about types of computer memory. So the types of computer memory. So how many types of computer memory are there, ma? Yes, there are 3 types. Okay, there are 3 types of computer memory. Okay, so don't forget how many types of computer memory. Yes, there are 3 types. Okay, what are 3 types, ma? Primary memory, read-only memory. Otherwise, we can call it as ROM. Okay, ROM, ROM, read. Okay, for the first letter R. From the only first letter O and memory M capital letter. M. Okay, so we can call it as ROM. Okay, read only memory. Last memory is secondary memory. Okay, so computer memory is divided into three types. First one is primary memory. Second one is read only memory, that is ROM, and last one is secondary memory. Okay, next we can see about the first memory, that is the primary memory. Okay, see primary memory. So primary memory is, we can call this primary memory as main memory, volatile memory, or we can say it as random access memory. Okay, random access memory. This primary memory also we can say it as RAM, RAM, RAM. Okay. Why we are calling as RAM means random access memory. Okay, the short form of random access memory only we can write it as RAM. So primary memory, we can call the primary memory as three names. Say, okay, main memory, volatile memory, and random access memory. Okay, don't forget there are three names are there for the primary memory, that is main memory, volatile memory, random access memory. Otherwise we can call it as RAM. Okay, the next one, this primary memory is directly accessed by CPU. So primary memory is directly accessed by whom? By the CPU. Okay, the last point, the primary memory loses its content when the power supply is turned off. Okay, if the power supply of the computer is off means the stored data, everything will be lost from where? Which memory? Primary memory. Okay, so second one is read only memory, otherwise ROM. Okay, look at the points under the read only memory. It is also directly accessed by CPU. Like the primary memory, the read only memory also directly accessed by whom? By CPU. Okay, so like the primary memory, the read only memory also directly accessed by CPU. And next, second point, we can retrieve its content even after the power supply is turned off. Okay, even when the power supply is off also, we can able to retrieve the data and information from the computer. That means from the read only memory. Have you understood ma? In the primary memory we can't able to take it because it will be lost when the power supply of the computer is off, means the data, everything will be lost from the primary memory. But it will not happen in the read only memory. Okay, so if the power supply of the computer is turned off also, we can able to retrieve the data from the memory. Okay, and next one, this read only memory, otherwise we can call it as non-volatile memory. Okay, non-volatile memory. Okay, so in the read only memory there are three types. Okay, the ROM also it has three types. What are three types ma? First one is programmable read only memory, that is short we can say it as PROM. Okay, programmable read only memory, we can call it as PROM. Second one, erasable programmable read only memory. Erasable programmable read only memory, short we can call it as EPROM. EPROM. And last, third memory is electrically erasable programmable read only memory. Electrically erasable programmable read only memory, we can call it as EEPROM. Okay, EEPROM. Have you understood ma? So read only memory is directly accessed by the CPU, and if the power supply of the computer is switched off also, we can able to retrieve the data from this memory. This memory is called as non-volatile memory. The ROM is divided into three types, that is PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. Okay, the next one, secondary memory. This is the last memory of the computer, that is secondary memory. So this memory is non-volatile memory. So like the read only memory, secondary memory also non-volatile memory. Okay, non-volatile memory, and it is also called as auxiliary memory. Okay, the second memory is also called as auxiliary memory. Okay, it is not directly accessed by CPU. So first two memories, that means the primary memory and the read only memory, these two memories are directly accessed by whom? By the CPU. But the second memory is not directly accessed by the CPU, and the read only memory and the second memory is called as a non-volatile memory, and the second memory is called as Auxiliary memory. Okay, auxiliary memory. So what is the use of the secondary memory? Means it is able to store large amount of data for the future use. Okay, so the secondary memory has the capability to store the large amount of data for the future use. Okay, see once again, the secondary memory is also called as non-volatile memory or auxiliary memory. It is not directly accessed by the CPU. What is the capability of this second memory, ma? The capability of storing large amount of data for what? For what purpose? For the future use. Okay. Then next we have studied about some examples, isn't it? Secondary storage, secondary memory. We have some example that are hard disk, compact disk, otherwise CD. Okay, compact disk means CD. Then digital versatile disk. Okay, digital versatile disk, that is DVD, Blu-ray disk, flash drive and SD card. Listen ma, when you are writing the Blu-ray disk, you have to write BLU. Okay, don't write E. Okay, usually blue means BLUE the spelling, but in the computer when you are writing here, you have to write BLU. Okay, so these are some examples of secondary memory. Okay, see once again, hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, flash drive, otherwise we can call it as pen drive, and last one is SD card. Okay, these are some examples of secondary memory. Okay, next we can see the each example one by one. So first one is hard disk. Okay, hard disk. So what is the use of the hard disk? It's capable of storing large amount of data. So we know the secondary memory means it is capable of storing large amount of data. Okay, wow. So the hard disk is capable of storing large amount of data. So we can say some hard disk example as 500 GB of data we can able to store in the hard disk. Okay, then 1 TB, that means 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes. Okay, these are some examples of hard disk. Okay, hard disk is capable of storing large amount of data. An example is 500 GB, 1 TB and 2 GB. Then look at next one, compact disk. So we know compact disk means one more CD. Commonly we will say it as CD. Okay, compact disk. So compact disk, it is also a storage device. Okay, so it is a storage device to store data and can able to store up to 700 MB of data. Okay, 700 MB of data. Okay, don't forget this. It's very important. The CD can able to store how many MB of data, ma? 700 MB of data. Okay, so CD can able to store 700 MB of data. Okay, CD, don't forget, CD can able to store 700 MB of data. And also the CD is divided into two types. Okay, there are two types of CDs are there, that is CDR and CDRW. Okay, CDR and CDRW. Okay, that means CD recordable. Okay, CD recordable and CD rewritable. CD recordable and CD rewritable. See once again. So CD means compact disk. It is used for storing it is a storage device to store the data. So it can able to store up to 700 MB of data. There are two types of CD are there. First one is CDR. Okay, CDR, and second one is CDRW. Okay, CDR means what, ma? Compact disk recordable. Okay, compact disk recordable. Second one, compact disk rewritable. Compact disk rewritable. Okay, so next example for the secondary memory is digital versatile disk. Okay, digital versatile disk, otherwise we will call it as DVD. Okay, DVD. It is similar to what, ma? CD. Okay, it is look similar to a CD. DVD is similar to CD. It's look like CD, and it can able to store up to 4.7 GB of data. Okay, 4.7 GB of data. In CD we can able to store 700 MB of data, isn't it? 700 MB of data, but in the DVD we can able to store up to 4.7 GB of data. Okay, see once again, digital versatile disk, we can call it as DVD. Okay, DVD, it is look similar to CD. It looks similar to a CD. We can able to store up to 4.7 GB of data. Store up to 4.7 GB of data. Look at my next one, Blu-ray disc. Okay, next example of the second memory is Blu-ray disc. So this disc also looks similar to the CD and DVD. Okay, Blu-ray disc is look similar to CD and DVD, and it can able to store up to 25 GB of data. 25 GB of data. Okay, its data storage is increasing. Okay, when comparing to the CD, it is 700 MB only. DVD 4.7 GB. Blu-ray disc 25 GB of data you can able to store it. Okay, ma? Understood it? Blu-ray disc is look similar to CD and DVD. It can able to store 25 GB of data. And next one is flash drive. Okay, ma? Flash drive. Flash drive is the next example of second storage device. So flash drive is also called as pen drive. Okay, flash drive is also called as pen drive. It can able to store the data of capacity like what ma 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, then 64 GB up to 1 TB of data we can able to store by using the pen drive or flash drive. Okay, so flash drive is also called as pen drive. It can able to store the data of capacity like 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB up to 1 TB of data we can able to store it. So it is also used to read, write and delete the data from the computer system. So by using the pen drive we can able to read, write and delete the data from the computer system, and it is a very popular device. Okay, and one more thing, it is easy to use and carry around. So pen drive is very easy to use. Okay, pen drive, otherwise flash drive is very easy to use and carry around, and it is a very popular storage device. Okay, so how many points we learned under the flash drive is 5 points. It is also called as pen drive. It has a storing capacity of 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 12 GB, 64 GB up to 1 GB is the TB of data we can able to store it by using the pen drive. And by using the pen drive we can able to write, read and delete the data from the computer system. It is easy to use and carry around. The pen drive is very easy to use it and carry around. We can able to carry everywhere, but we can able to just put in the inside the pocket and we can able to carry it. Okay, and it is a very popular storage device. Pen drive is a very popular storage device. And last example of the secondary storage device is SD card. Okay, SD card. Okay, ma. So SD card is used to store data in digital cameras, music players, then cellular phones and e-books reader. Okay, this SD card is a storage device. This device is used in where mind is used in the digital cameras, musical player, cellular phone and e-book reader. Okay, to store the data. Okay, so SD card is used to store the data in digital cameras, musical players, cellular phones and e-book reader. Okay, the size is similar to the postage stamp. Okay, the size of the SD card is like what ma, like the postal stamp. Okay, so by using the SD card we can able to store 4 GB of data, 8 GB, 16 GB of data, etc. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Okay, ma. Just we can see the book exercise. So first one is fill in the blanks with the correct word. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. See here ma, here the options everything. That means answers everything is given in the box. But while you are writing the first midterm test, the answers will not be given. Okay, for the fill in the blanks, the answers will not given. You have to write it. Okay. So you see the first one. A dash is a unit of measuring computer memory. Yes, sir. Byte. Okay, byte is used is a unit of measuring computer memory. See once again, a byte is unit of measuring computer memory. Okay, this is a standard one. Okay, bit is the smallest one. Standard form we will use what ma? Byte. Okay, a byte is the unit of measuring computer memory. The next one, the dash drive is small, easy to use, storage device that can be carried around in our pocket. So which can able to use it very easy and we can able to carry in our pocket. Yes, flash drive. Okay, FLASH flash. FLASH flash drive is small, easy to use storage device that can be carried around in our pocket. Next one, the dash is a non-volatile memory. That is non-volatile memory ma? Yes, ROM. Okay, ROM is a non-volatile memory. ROM is a non-volatile memory. Next one, the memory that loses its content when the power supply is turned off is called dash memory. The memory that loses its content when the power supply is turned off is called dash memory. Volatile memory. Okay, volatile memory. Otherwise, we can say primary memory or main memory. Okay, so here the answer is given. That's why we are returning here volatile memory. Okay, what's the spelling? VOLATILE, volatile. VOLATILE, volatile memory. Then the full form of ROM is read dash memory. The full form of ROM is read dash memory. Dash what will come? Read only. ONLY. Okay. While we are writing only, O must be in capital letter. Okay. ONLY, only. So next, look at the true or false. Write T for the true statement and F for the false one. So first one is P-ROM and EPROM are the types of ROM. Yes, isn't it? Correct only, no ma? These are types of memory. So we can write true in the box. Okay. Otherwise, we can write T. Next one, RAM is an example of non-volatile memory. RAM is an example of non-volatile memory. Is it RAM is a non-volatile memory? No, it's a volatile memory, isn't it? So we have to write false. RAM is an example of non-volatile memory. The answer is false. Next one, the flash drive is very common storage device and it is easy to carry and use. Flash drive, otherwise we can say it as what? Yes, pen drive, isn't it ma? The pen drive or flash drive is very common storage device as it is easy to carry and use. It's true only, no? So we have to write T in the box. Okay, look at next one. The CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc are round in shape. Is it correct? Yes. We know, isn't it ma? CD, DVD and Blu-ray disc are round in shape only. So we have to write true. Okay. Next one. There are internal and external hard disk. Yes, we know, isn't it ma? In the hard disk there are two types are there, internal and external hard disk. That is true. Okay. Listen, next one. Choose the correct option. Okay. Choose the correct option. Which of the following is not a ROM? Which of the following is not a ROM? Which is not a ROM? P-ROM, EPROM, DP-ROM and EEPROM. We know there are three types of ROM. P-ROM, EPROM and EEPROM. But it's not there. Okay, isn't it ma? It's not example of ROM. So it's the wrong one. So we have to tick the option. Okay, third option. Which part of the computer is used to store the data and information? Which part of the computer is used to store the data or information? Look at keyboard, mouse, internal hard disk, monitor. Okay, these are some parts of a computer now. So in which part we will store the data and information ma? In the internal hard disk. Okay, in internal hard disk. So third option is correct. Okay. This device is generally used with a digital camera for storing data. This device is generally used with a digital camera for storing data. See the options: hard disk, SD card, credit card, CD. So we know in the SD card is used in the digital camera to store the data. No, so option second one is correct. Next one, capital B. B means what ma? Byte. Okay, 1 byte data is equivalent to dash bit 2468, which is correct ma? 8 we know 8 bit is equal to 1 byte, no, isn't it? 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. So 8 is the correct answer. And last question we have, which of this is not a non-volatile memory? Which of these is not a non-volatile memory? Look at the options ma. RAM, ROM, CD, pen drive. Okay, RAM, ROM, CD and pen drive. So listen, pen drive and CD will comes under the secondary storage devices example, isn't it ma? Then ROM also non-volatile memory. Okay, these three are non-volatile memory. Which is not a non-volatile memory, that is RAM. Okay, RAM, RAM. Okay. So listen, you have to study the book exercise properly, okay ma. And one more thing, I think somebody's written the wrong answer, so you have to correct it, okay, because I gave the wrong answer. I didn't see not, okay, that's a mistake I did it here, okay ma. I didn't see this not, that's why I gave the answer as wrong. So those correct and the wrong answers, you have to rub the second option, the option 1 only correct, first option only correct, okay, do it ma, okay ma. So study the book portions, okay, study the book portions everything, and we can see the booklet portion in the next class, okay. So study well, okay, bye, see you, thank you.